Hey guys, I'm Fergie.
I am Mikey.
And we are going to be doing a Camacho ranking of our Camacho series.
So we just got done over the past few weeks smoking 5 cigars out of the Camacho series. Ecuadorian, Corojo, Connecticut, the Triple Maduro, and the Nicaraguan. So Fergie, let's start off with you. What is your ranking from 1 to 5, 5th being the worst? What is your worst cigar out of the 5?
So the one for me that was my least favorite was the Connecticut, which I expected, being that I am not a fan of Connecticut's whatsoever, depending on the Connecticut, of course.
Fair enough. So my 5th worst one was the Nicaraguan. I had a hard time lighting it. Mm-hmm. It was uneven. The flavor was just not good. I was only getting flavor from the first 2/3. And the last third, if I remember correctly, it just completely teetered out.
Mm-hmm.
So
my 4th is actually going to be the Nicaraguan. Kind of the same thing. For Nicaraguan, didn't impress me as much as the other ones I've had in the past, like the Olivas. But it was a good cigar, but compared to its competitors, it didn't rank up to the other ones.
Fair enough. My 4th one was the Triple Maduro, mainly because I had heard this cigar was so good, mm-hmm. and it was hyped up, and it was a major letdown. Mm-hmm. I can't exactly remember everything about it, but I do remember that I was getting none of the notes that were mm-hmm. supposedly for the Triple Maduro. And what I remember distinctly is I was getting that stale ash taste about halfway through the cigar.
Okay.
So I just did not enjoy it.
So my 3rd one is going to be the Triple Maduro. Now, to me, Maduros are more of my style. So it was a very enjoyable cigar. Still isn't number 1. Still something I would have again in the future.
So the top 3 for me are pretty interchangeable. I think they're all good cigars. Number 3 is the Connecticut for me. I enjoy Connecticut cigars mm-hmm. in general. I thought it was a good Connecticut. You have a bit of that citrus in there. It wasn't a super harsh smoke to me because I don't find Connecticut's too bad. I love Connecticut, so I'm a little bit biased, but I think third is good. For a good place for the Connecticut.
So what's nice about our next 2 is both of us had a consensus on what we thought was number 1 and number 2. So I'm going to start off with number 2 is the Corojo, which we just had not too long ago.
Yeah. As in a half hour
yeah.
ago.
It was very good. It was just
very smooth,
consistent,
very creamy. A touch of leather, mm-hmm. consistent throughout. Had a decent construction, with the exception of the little mishap I had, but it corrected itself. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Corojo, definitely a great cigar out of the bunch.
And like Mikey said, our number 1 and number 2 are kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
They were hard to choose between on what was going to be the best of the best, the king of the Camachos, you could say.
Yeah, so to me, the king of the Camachos, and this is mainly because, not that it was so much better than the mm-hmm. Corojo, but it stood out more because the flavor profile is the Ecuadorian, mainly because of the floral notes it had in it. And I really enjoyed that.
I was gonna say that as well. The Ecuadorian just had such a vast flavor profile, a nice aroma to it. It was
a great aroma.
It was a pleasant smoke to have, and it's something that I wouldn't mind smoking around other people, because sometimes cigars might smell a little harsh to some.
Like a Padron.
Yeah.
You get a Padron and everyone in the room is going to wear
If you want to clear a room, you smoke a Padron.
Yeah. So that is just going to be our short little ranking on the Camacho series. I don't have anything else to add unless you do, Fergie.
That's it. Let us know what you think of our ranking of our series. If you like our format, if you have anything you want to suggest to us in the future, we are more than willing to sit here and listen. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, follow the Instagram, and we will see you in the next series, which is going to be H. Upman.
Yep. Smoke on.
Smoke on.